Guys, today we're going to be working on a Troy-built pressure washer with 875 series EX series motor, Briggs and Stratton. It's 8.7 foot-pounds, 190 cc. It's got rotten gas in it, so it's carburetor job. Any parts that you'll need, like carburetor kit or anything like that, will be in the description below. You don't always need one, but sometimes you do. I'll see if I'll even put the whole carburetor in the description below. That's cheap as well. But I'm going to show you how to clean out the carb, basically, on this. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is pull off this air filter cover. This little clip. Oh God, stiff clip. Pull out the air filter. 2 8mm right here and here. We're going to pop those two out. There's one on the top. There's usually one on the top too. Where's... No. 2 8mm. Pop them out. Let's get this right on off. Just let it hang down here. If you do unplug these, it doesn't matter which way they go on. I just, so it's easier to get to the linkages, I take the recoil off. It's 3 8mm bolts. It's really simple, pops right off. You don't have to, but I do it because it makes it easier to get to. Get the recoil off. Now we can see what's going on. It's just easier to get to everything here. Alright, so we're going to pull the fuel line off with a pair of pliers, and we're going to drain it into a container. I like using a clear water bottle or a clear container so I can see what kind of gas is coming out. See if we got water or whatever. But we're going to drain this whole tank, and then I'm going to use air and blow the whole tank out and make sure it's completely dry. There's no water, no dust, no dirt, no nothing in there. Just squeeze the clamp, get it on out of the way. This is a step you cannot skip. I know you may think you can, but if you do and you put brand new freshly rebuilt carburetor with this old junk gas, it's not going to work. But we're going to drain this in a bottle. It's kind of clear, but it's a little yellowish tint. It usually means that they just dump some fresh gas in on top of the, bad gas. But it should be like a clear, even bluish tint, not that color. No water in it or anything. It would settle to the bottom. So we're just going to blow the whole tank out and clear it out. 10mm, we got a bolt here, a bolt here. They're both 10mm. Or a torque 27, which is the little star guy like this. Now you got to be very careful with these. If you got to use the shallow socket, hold on, let me set it up. So you got to have a shallow socket. I use 1/4" drive. If you try doing the deep well socket, it's going to jam up in here, and this snaps off really easy. If you don't have the fuel line off, it's going to jam up in there, and this snaps off real easy. So you want to make sure it fits right on in there, no problem. You're not forcing anything into place on this. So, and these are Loctited down, so you got to be, slow and methodical about it. You don't want to break the bolt off inside the cylinder. If it feels too tight, just tighten it back down and then loosen it back up again. All right, take those two bolts out. So the right hand side has this red wire hooked up to it. Just don't forget to hook that back up. You got the spring here as well. You're going to want to disconnect this spring up here from this. You just let that hang and get this last bolt out. Just like this. And then that plate will fall out. Not a big deal. Just don't lose the spring. Keep it in place. You're going to go cock this to the right, and that back throttle cable will come off. And then you can do, this one's on like an S bend as well. So you're going to turn it this way as well and then pop it out. So that's it. You got that. It goes in that hole and that hole. See, that one. And this one right here. Alright, now we're going to get into this thing. What is that? 13, I think, or 1/2 inch. Pop that bolt off. Alright, so this is fairly clean, but if you look at the jet, You see that? This bolt is actually the jet. You see that it's all clogged up with tar. So we got to clean that out. We clean this out. We're going to clean it all out. We're going to go ahead and pull this pin right here. Pull it out. It's a float needle valve out. They're stuck in there too, so we got tar in there too. Just gonna use even pressure and get it to pull out. And especially difficult, it's actually in there pretty good. So I'm gonna put a little flathead in, and I'm gonna twist it very gently and just try to give it little nudges to pry it up out of there. You just give it consistent force. Don't give it too much. Don't break the float. You're just trying to get that thing to finally let go, and it will let go. If you have to, spray some carb cleaner down in here and some spray oil down in there, and that might help loosen it up as well. I haven't sprayed anything. I've just been giving it even pressure, and it's starting to come out. It is moving. That means that carb cleaner will spray through there. Now, yeah, it's still kind of stuck. So I'm going to spray carb cleaner through there. It'll actually rinse out the old tar and stuff. Now you notice I left the seal on this carburetor. If you pull it off, it'll swell up. Just leave it in place wherever it lands. If it stays in the bowl, leave it in the bowl. Just leave it where it is so it doesn't swell up. This is the trick that I use. This is 24 karat testing solution. It's acid. Wear safety goggles. Alright. It'll burn your skin, but you just rinse it off with water. It's real simple. Rinses off real easy. Wear goggles. Don't get it in your eyes. If you get it in your eyes, don't panic. Just rinse it out with water. I've gotten it in my eyes. Rinse it out with water. I've tried all the other kind of it. 24 karat does not work better. It actually doesn't work at all. 14 karat gold is the only one that works. I'll put it in the description. I've tried making my own acids. I've melted carburetors and I've fucked up jets trying to make my own acids. Don't do that. Just buy this stuff. It's cheap. I can do 50 carburetors with one of these bottles. Alright, so we're going to put a couple of drops in this center hole here. And it will sit there and fizz. And bubble and foam and clean out all that tar that's in there. We're also going to do it on this jet. And it'll sit there and fizz and bubble and foam and clean out that jet. Just let it sit there and do its job. If you got to, add a little bit more. So the acid's reacting with the brass, and it's bubbling the tar right off of it. We're also going to put some in this idle circuit right here. Right there. It's an idle circuit. Let that all bubble out. Then we're going to rinse it all out with carb cleaner. Again, wear safety goggles. This stuff in your eyes burns like crazy. Don't panic. Just rinse with water. Got to just go ahead and redo it again a couple times. Ain't gonna hurt anything. Just get it nice and boiled out, nice and clean. This needle, because it had all that tar, I take a flathead screwdriver and I scrape all of it off. Make sure this is moving in and out. A little spray oil helps a lot with cleaning this. So I use a little seafoam. Seafoam spray. Spray it on there, let it soak, and then scrape it with a flathead screwdriver or a pick. Just get all the gunk off of it. Do not poke the rubber part of the seal. Everything's nice and spotless clean. It's all nice and clean in here, like brand new. We're gonna go ahead and spray oil on everything. Make sure everything's nice and lubed up. Make sure this whole carburetor is good and lubed up. Make sure that the choke flap works fine and that the throttle flap works fine. Like, look, that's frozen solid, so we got to break that free. Spray oil in there, soak it, and then slowly work it back and forth. Keep soaking it with oil, keep wiggling it back and forth until it's nice and free, nice and smooth. Alright, time to reassemble this thing now. Put this right back into the float. Needle valve right back into the float. I'm going to put the float and needle valve hole right in the carburetor. Make sure it moves up and down easily. Put the pin back in. Pin back in here to hold the float in place. You can wipe off the fuel inlet and blow through it. It shouldn't let any air through it unless you open it up, and it should let air, and then that should not let any air through. If anything is leaking through, clean the needle, clean the inside again with carb cleaner, spray everything really good. But it makes sure everything's moving freely. Bowl out really well. Clean bowl back on. Oh, give this a real quick rinse out too, because it's got dirty finger marks on it. Just get it all clean. Back on it, and then put the jet back in, hold it in place. Felt washers in between. That'll all be part of the carb kit I'll put in the description below. It's K11 LMR. And it'll have the bowl gasket, the O-ring. You know, it'll have everything, but the needle valve will be different, but it'll have this gasket and the bowl gasket. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hook up the throttle to the throttle arm. Pretty simple, goes right up in. Then the choke arm we're going to hook up to here. Tight angle, put it in, and turn, and it pops all in. Then we're going to put this arm behind the carburetor in place like that. Then we're going to put the one bolt on the left hand side to hold it in place. Make sure you put this bolt through that wire. Stick it up in place and tighten it down. The throttle spring we're going to hook back up into its hole on top of the carb. In there. Come on. There we go. Just like that. Alright, this will actually turn up the throttle. So if you want more throttle, when you get it running, bend this towards the front. You know, bend this flap that way and give you more throttle, or bend it that way to give you less throttle. I'm going to go ahead and set this up. Oh wait, no, let's get the fuel line hooked up first. Let's get the fuel line plugged in, like so, and the clamp, make sure you get the clamp in place so that the fuel line doesn't leak. Like so. Then we're going to go ahead and put this back up. There's a tube right here and here that connect together, so I got to use both hands with that. And then you got the two 8mm bolts that go back in like that. Just get those back in place, tighten them down. The recoil back in place, and the 3 bolts, put that back in, tighten it back down. Alright, put the air filter in, air filter cover back on. Alright, and it needs to run a little bit to get it's been on its side, it's got oil in the muffler or something. You see I just turned up the throttle and everything. Alright, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Any of the parts you need I'll put in the description below. Just click the link. If you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'm more than happy to have you. Peace.